What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Friday night. Now, this is not a fan Friday. Just getting home from work. Really long day. Got some important news, so I want to touch on this. Now, I was going to record it and put it out there, but my head is on fire, and I just want to jump on, talk about this here shortly with you, and get some of this information that's needed. I see the chaos that always happens every time we cut even a practice squad player. How he's making a trade. Patrick Mahomes is coming. Here it is. No, man. This is just a move that we've talked about, right? Bryce Huff didn't work out, did not fit the Vic Fangio system, and after 1 year, they're moving on. So, Howie getting all this praise, and, well, this is actually a Howie mistake because, you guys know I'm the one person that has supported Howie from the beginning, so I just like to keep it real, though. Big contract last year for a guy that didn't pan out, so that's a miss. But you're able to unload him without cutting him. And remember, everybody begging, and, we got to trade him during the draft, and we got to cut him. No, you don't, because if you remember that show a couple months ago when we talked about the players that probably get rid of, do things like that, Bryce Huff was one of those names, right? So here's the graphic from that show. And we talked about, the contract that he did sign, and we talked about what made the most sense. So trading him post June 1st is what makes most sense. Now, with his contract the way it is, you could say 4.2 mil, yada, yada. We talked about it then. Now, as I said then, and as I always say, you have to wait to see how these things go, because the Eagles are only paying $9 million of his salary, whereas the 49ers will be taking on $7 million. So that's going to move things around. The talk is it's going to save around $15 million in cap space. Now, the Eagles already have $25 million in cap space. So they're not doing this move to create more cap space, right? It's not to acquire anyone else because they can do that already. It's just a smart move. So that's what we're going to talk about here. I'm going to give you a little look at who we do have at edge. We'll talk about the depth chart. We'll look at the ramifications here, and when the actual trade details come out, when it comes to the money, when it comes to the draft picks we are acquiring, we'll talk about all that stuff. But 97 days away from Philadelphia Eagles football. I just want to stress I cannot effing wait. But thank you all for taking the time, hitting that like button, sharing, subscribing, anything on your mind. Love to hear from you. But we're here to talk about the Bryce Huff trade, so that's what we're going to do. And you can see it's for a mid-round pick, and it's not going to be until after June 1st due to that money that we've talked about for months here. So the one thing that's happening is that restructure of his contract. So that's going to move things around, and I will give you the exact numbers and all that great stuff when that information becomes available. So what you do need to know is the fact that we got rid of someone that wasn't going to make the team. And if you remember the show from a couple of weeks ago when I talked about don't be surprised when Bryce Huff isn't on this team, because I think we're loaded. Keep hearing how we have to add Von Miller and, we need to edge desperately, need help there. These ass clowns said the same thing last year. Let's teach them a little bit about football. So when you look at the edge room for the Eagles, you can see, lost Josh Sweat. We knew that was coming. Brandon Graham retires. Knew that was coming. Bryce Huff, he's been traded now. We knew that was coming. And then Charles Harris, well, he was just a back-end guy that was brought in due to injury. Now, under contract, we still have Nolan Smith and Jalen Sutton. I can't stress enough that they are the future, a reason that both of them were top fits pre-draft the last couple of years. Eagles know how to, build for the future, and that's what they're doing. Now, you lost some players, so you need depth. Well, that is exactly what they did by adding Joshua Uche, Azeez Ojulari, Patrick Johnson, brought back O'Shawn Mathis and KJ Henry with those reserve future signings. And then they drafted Antoine Powell-Ryland. So, sure, you lost some players, but you added a bunch. And I think Uche is perfect for this system. Azeez Ojulari, the same. We've talked about both of those guys last year as trade candidates, fitting Vic Fangio's system perfectly, that skill set to be able to drop into coverage, do things. I saw this, someone wrote this paragraph, almost a novel, on why Josh Uche is perfect, because he'll never have to drop into coverage and he'll never do what you do in a Vic Fangio defense. And God damn it, what are we doing out here? Why are people still listening to people that have absolutely no idea what they're talking about? That is wrong. Uche will be doing that. Ojulari, Smith, Hunt. It's almost as if they have a certain size and skill set for a reason. Oh, I don't know, but they're perfect fits for what we're doing here. And then if maybe Power Island or any of these other guys want to step it up, Patrick Johnson brought back to compete here this offseason, his special teams prowess, that'll help him. So, hey, man, we'll see. But right now, you've seen this updated depth chart over and over again. And you know that at the end was Bryce Huff. And now, well, he's gone. So doesn't really change anything for me. I still see the top 6 guys that are competing as Smith, Hunt, Uche, Ojulari, Johnson, and Power Island. So if we keep 6, that's it. You keep 5, then the battle becomes between Power Island and Patrick Johnson. So to me, I might be the only person that's ecstatic about Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt, and that's okay. And the same can be said for Uche and Ojulari. But I think people will start to pick up ground, just like, when the Eagles were winning the Super Bowl last year before the season started, when I told you. Like, it takes people time. They don't know what's going on. They just like creating drama. So that's what the media does. I've already seen it now. He sucks. Everybody sucks because of this trade. No, dude, you needed to get rid of him, and you're probably only going to get like a 5th-round pick for him. That's fine. You got something. You freed up cap space, and we knew this move was coming. Yep, you messed up last year. Okay, just like with Carson Wentz, dude, you move on. You don't be the media or these whiny fans that sit here and just dwell on it. Oh, my God, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to do what we just did and trade him and, do our thing. So, dude, we're not trading for Patrick Mahomes or Tyreek Hill. This move was not made due to that kind of stuff. This is not anything. Howie's cooking. Howie's always cooking, baby. Howie's always looking out for this team. And, well, the move that needed to be made was getting rid of Bryce Huff. So I told you, you just had to wait till beginning of June. And, well, that's exactly what's going to happen. So you heard it here first, and you'll always hear it here first. So let me know what's on your mind. I'm going to get heading out here at about the 10-minute mark here. My head is pounding. Cannot wait to get a shower. It's been a really long day. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. And we're going to be doing a sicko Saturday tomorrow because I don't want to cut you short, but I'm not going to be able to do Fan Friday today. I can barely see out of my eye, and I've got so much to do. So, oh, God help me. But appreciate you tuning in, Little G. Go Birds. And, oh, Doyle, he sure is. And thank you, my friend. You, sir, are the man. And, look, we're all just sitting here enjoying Howie's work, man. And, look, I will always go to bat for him. You guys know that's going to be how I get a job with the Eagles because I went to bat for him when everyone said we should fire him. And I got to tell him that in person and then watch him laugh in fans' faces. That was truly beautiful, I will say. But we've got a true diehard in the house, Nina. A clap to you. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you're ready for the weekend. I know I sure am. And I know you always tune into the show, so you knew this trade was coming. You knew the details of things would be, something that we had to wait on, but we knew exactly what was coming our way, and that was him later on. Trade expected since last season. Well, no, when you signed him, you didn't expect to trade him right away. You wanted to see what he had. But like we talked about when the season ended, if you go out and sign people, draft people, you can expect that they don't want to give him any more opportunity because they showed at the end of the season when he came back after being injured, they weren't going to do that. So, hey, man, I try to do my best to show you guys the numbers and things that matter. I know it doesn't really stand up to some of that fake news and all the stuff people love out there. But for those of you sickos who enjoy knowing what's going on, that's what this is for. And I hope you aren't getting caught up like everyone else out there by the media, whether you're enraged or you think we're trading for Tyreek Hill or Stephon Diggs or whatever it is out there that they're saying now. I'm Jalen Hurts. I'm also Jalen Hurts' mom. My baby cousin's sister's uncle's baby dog just died. If you don't hit the like button, you are an evil person. Whatever, they're posting out there today, I can't keep up with it. I don't know what else to do other than keep giving you the facts. And, well, one more time, and that fact is 97 days, everyone becomes the biggest Eagles fan ever. Just like we talked about last year, what did I do? I sat here with my crystal ball, and I promise you, when we win this Super Bowl and build this dynasty, everyone is the biggest Eagles fan. I've seen it in all the draft videos. Everybody wants to play for the Eagles. Everybody's the biggest Eagles fan now. I got people at work praising the Eagles. Truly weirdo behavior. But, hey, man, this is what happens when you're the greatest team, maybe one of the greatest teams of all time. So we're going to keep building on that and watching everybody else follow along. But don't be late to this party. I promise you, just like I said last year, this team's going to win that Super Bowl. So making the moves that are necessary. And again, I will give you the details of this, how much cap space. Right now, you're looking at around having 40 million. You have so much cap space, you can do whatever the hell you want. So just know that if they want to sign or trade anyone, they can. So if that's your question, I promise you, yes, they can. Just like I told you months and keep telling you 4 months, we can do whatever we want. I don't care what the media says. They don't know how the cap works. They always make okay, they're in cap hell. Every year they're in cap hell. They just somehow aren't in cap hell. Well, that's because you're in cap hell and have absolutely no idea how to do it. But, I mean, it's not like someone's out here doing it for free or anything. We just have to stop pretending that I'm not real, and then things will change for the better. Now, we've done good work on these content creators. We've gotten a lot of people finally talking about football, teaching them how things work. We are changing the game. So I want to thank you for that. Thank you for always riding with me. We will continue to change the game. Go effing Birds until everybody's on board. Biggest Eagles fans ever, and they stop repeating the negativity from the media. That is the goal here, and it's starting to work. Obviously, them doing exactly as I said last year at this time, winning the Super Bowl, that's a big help. But bandwagon fans will always, jump like moths to a light or whatever it is, moths to horse shit. Is that flies? That's what they are, lost at sea. But, guys, I'm lost at sea. My head is pounding, and I love each and every one of you, but I got to roll. So, again, tomorrow we're going to have the live video. I'll put out the post so you guys can get, those of you members, you can get your questions in, your topics, whatever you want to talk about tomorrow. But tonight, unfortunately, no Fan Friday, but you got your live one here quick. Got to talk about this. If you watch this later, you have any questions, anything you want to add, please feel free. I'm always here for you guys. But I hope you had a great week. And you need anything, I'm always here for you guys as you are for me. I love you. Truly do. I'll be back tomorrow. And if anything happens or those details come out, I'll make that video. It'll just be a recording. But you'll get your live video tomorrow. And I'm going to try to give you a half hour to an hour, taking all your questions, everything you got on your mind. I'd love to hear from you, but that's all I've got for you here tonight. So if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, share this bad boy, subscribe. But I love you guys. Hope you're all having a great one. Tiffany tuning in here at the end. Appreciate you taking the time here, just rolling out. Can't even see out of my right eye. Head is throbbing. Woo! It has been a rough one. It's been all day. It's brutal, but hope you're doing well. Appreciate you guys, really do. And that's crazy, Eric. I thought you were tuning into this show. Hey, man, if you guys ever want to know what's going on, you ever want to see the details on how that stuff can happen, you can go check out that show from a few months ago where we talked about how the Eagles would get rid of Bryce Huff. You just had to wait till around June 1st. Go check that stuff out. I know there's a lot of shows out there, and hey, to each their own. But if you guys ever want to know what's actually going on, feel free to tune in. Always here for you guys. I love each and every one of you. You are the man, SC. And look, I love you guys. I really, I wish I could sit here. It's hard to even look at the screen. My head is seriously pounding. And man, I just really want it to go away. But I'm going to go sit in the shower, cry myself into a little ball. No, but I am going to try to get my head right because it sucks. But tomorrow, Sicko Saturday, be there. But any questions? I answered all of them that are available right now. But if you missed anything, you need to know, whatever, always here for you guys. But have yourselves a great rest of your Friday. Again, you need me, reach on out any of these platforms. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!